Good morning, everyone. This is Paula, and I'm here today to show you my design team project for Tracy Fox Love Junk Journals. So, I'm going to tell you, I've been trying to use all of my digitals that I have cut when I get a new kit from Tracy. And I find myself collecting more and more and more of her images. So today I'm going to be using the mini Toadstool Ephemera mix and the mini Ephemera mix. So that's two of the newer ones. And then I kind of threw in a few other things as I went along. I had not decided what I was going to do for October, but I had gotten this really cool, I had ordered some coffee stain paper from Emily over at, something polka dots. I'll link her below. She does beautiful work. And she had sent me this manila folder that she had coffee stained. And I just sat down and started cutting on it and made a little journal. So this is completely made out of one manila folder, and I didn't show that process because I didn't know I was going to do it at the time, and I liked how it turned out, so I decided to use it and use up some of those extra digitals, but also to use the two new ones. It's the mini Ephemera mix and the mini Toadstool Ephemera mix. So I started off on, first of all, what I did is I took a lot of Tracy's papers, her digital pages, and of course I added a doily, and I added a few other little things like that, ledger and just little odd pieces in here. But a lot of it is Tracy's digitals and digital pages. See, you'll recognize. And I tore the edges. I wanted it to look kind of rough. And I forget how many pages is in here, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think it's like 20. I might be slightly off. It doesn't matter. But anyway, so I decided I wanted the front to be kind of sharp. And I decided, since I was going to use some mushrooms, which were in the kit, and so forth, that I would build it up a little bit. So at the top here, I took one of the cards, and I did like Rachel does, and I turned the butterfly as if he's flying into the flower. And I matted this with a larger piece of mat, which is part of the kit. And then I did a smaller mat and popped it up. And then I popped up the wings of the butterfly. I love doing that. It gives such great dimension on the front of a book. And yeah, popped up this mushroom. So I lined up mushrooms across here from the mushroom kit as well, or the Toadstool. And I just put some of the quotes or sayings that came along with the kit on the side. I did bind this like a regular book, and then I added some of Tim Holtz paper along the, or fabric along there. Now I'm going to open it up here. I'm not going to pull everything out, but I'll show it to you. And I love this coffee stain folder so much that I thought, well, I'm going to come up with something completely different. So as you can see, I've got a couple small pages here, and one's longer than the other, and it's just how it worked out. So I used butterflies here that were from the kit, and a couple that were just from my stash that was Tracy's. This ephemera has sayings or talks about mushrooms. And Of course, I added a mushroom on this. I made a side tuck right here. And over here was the little pockets that was in part of the kit. And I just added a couple little flowers here at different angles. I made a tag out of one of her tags. I popped it up. I matted it, this flower, and popped it up. Added a little paper tab. Slid it in. It's to the pocket. And then just put in one of my favorite mushrooms to kind of hang out there. So this turned out really cute. I was pleased with how this turned out. So now I'm going to flip this over, and I left some journaling space in and about the folder a little bit. So I did 2 pockets here. There were small pockets in Tracy's kit. And again, just different embellishments and butterflies and mushrooms. I used some silk cheesecloth on several of the little images. And then, as you can see, this mushroom just kind of, this tab was out so far, I added this little mushroom right here to go along with this, with the flowers. And I used a wildflowers picture that was in with the kit. And this is mushrooms. And I took this paper and I popped up a little flower there. And of course, here's all the pages. And then you get to the back. I stitch around one of her flashcards. Added one of the flowers. Chopped it off right here. Thought it turned out pretty cute. And I put that in. And then here's another one of her tags. I just put it there. And here's one of the mushrooms. And I just liked the look of just putting mushrooms inside like that. And here's a little butterfly with cheesecloth. And over here I advanced the size. I got into some of my old digitals of hers. And behind it is this mushroom picture. Poster that's smaller now, I guess. And then just a couple mushrooms. I just kind of slid them in. Just a different look. And added a couple butterflies that were in my stash. Here's a little mushroom. And then just kind of did 2 different images here of mushrooms as well. Now, it had a little bug poster that had been shrunk down, or picture out of a book. And I put it into one of her larger pockets. And I just added a butterfly and I think that's a bumblebee. Just different things that she has had that has to do with bugs. And of course, I included a mushroom right here. So that is, it seems like a small book, but it's been really a lot of work. So it was time consuming, but I had so much fun doing it. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. And what I want to tell you is you need to go over to Tracy's Etsy shop. It's LoveJunkJournals by Tracy Fox. And you will go crazy. You will have so many things to pick from. And I always look forward to any new digitals. I've been using a lot of my leftover digitals from Tracy. First of all, it started out, I did that because my printer broke and we were having it looked into, and then that took time, and then we started buying the house and that took time, and it's been crazy. So I finally got my new printer. I got a brand new one, and it does print on cardstock. And what was wrong with the other one is it didn't like the cardstock. So it rent the heads when I would try to use cardstock. What can I say? Anyway, this one has a setting for paper and for cardstock. So I wore it out yesterday copying things, and part of it was this. So yeah, I hope you loved my journal as much as I did. It was small and really not simple because I had to work hard to get all these things to line up right. You know, like here on the back, you can see there's a little bit that doesn't. But that's all right. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be pointing out little things I didn't like, but that's how you learn, right? And so I'll be making more of these little manila folder journals. So, okay, guys, run over to Tracy's. I'll link her below. And you guys have fun just shopping away in her shop. And I will see you back in the next video, where I think I'm just going to surprise you as to what I'm going to do next. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.